Here we are in the morning with our bus preparing for the long trip to the east. We have here a lot of bread, fresh bread, pre-baked bread. There under we have water. We have also some presents for children from our daughter with us. And all these products were sent from the Netherlands. And here is our dream team. Nazar is ready. Sergey, he's even almost in military dressed. And we have one most special person with us, but she's hiding somewhere. Here she is. Arenda is coming with us to make sure that we don't make too many stupidities. So with a prayer we'll start our trip. Here's one bus, and there will be another one also full of food products, and we drive today to Kramatorsk, which is quite close to the front line, and we go there to one of the churches to see with our own eyes what are the needs of people there, but also to bring these food products. We have generator with us, we have also some basic supplies, some vegetables here in the bus. Here you can see the also vegetables, you can see the bread, and normally we could there like it would take us probably 8 hours to drive, but now we'll see. We expect some 12 hours drive, because we have to go first to south of Ukraine, then to east, because the roads are blocked from Kharkiv region, or blocked, occupied by Russians. So pray for our safety, and we'll report on our progress there. Now we are driving, this is straight direction to Donetsk, so if you don't turn left soon, you can get to Donetsk straight. Well, of course you will be stopped by the military. But the first observations here, it's very green still, quite empty road, and there is a lot of green, not only from the fields and trees, but also a lot of green cars and green people, a lot of military people, and mostly military cars driving. And already you can see the coal mines everywhere, because we are already in Donbass. So I think it's still for us like 2 hours drive, and we should get to Kramatorsk. There are already much more serious block posts, and you can see that people are more tensed here, and the closer you get, the more feeling of the war you get, especially from the type of cars. Military, a lot of ambulances, a lot of cars with evacuating people, and cars which are driving food products. So we are one of those, bringing the food. Here I have Arenda, and just behind her in the window there is also one of the mines here. In the past, a lot of people were working here. So we will see what we will see there in Kramatorsk and Slaviansk. I should meet with my friend there. We should meet with the church people, just to see with our own eyes the situation there, to cheer up people a bit, but also to bring the food which we received from the Netherlands. And we are driving by bus, which was bought by all the donations of people and brought by Americans into Ukraine. With Ivan, my nephew, and his friends. And if you were following videos, you saw that. So we'll make more videos as we are coming to the place. Here we are already in town, very close to the front line. You can see how many windows are already broken or closed in the houses, in the shops. So people here know what is shelling. They are already much more prepared. these people live already in close to war for 8 years. Well, now it's of course escalating, but actually people know what it means to be in danger. Here we came to Kramatorsk and we met with our friend. He was fighting already in 2014 here in the neighborhood. Now he's again back, and we see even children, but the streets are quite empty. We were speaking here, and every 5 minutes we hear explosions. We hear shellings, we hear grad, we hear the air alerts also, and these are serious air alerts because it means that already very soon things will come. Well, you don't hear because acoustic doesn't allow to hear that, but I hear, as I speak now, I hear explosions every now and then, and we see also shops closed. We see houses empty without people, because this was kind of marketplace, and we see only military people around. We see dogs, also a lot of dogs here, homeless, which are scared, without people. I see that soldiers are giving them some food. So now we'll go to church to speak with people and to see how we can help. On one hand with the food products which we brought, but also maybe with helping to set up a bakery here, not to be dependent on the bread that should be transported from more distant areas. Here is the oven. It came from Romania. So this here, the bread is baked. Here, this is the wood. They put here they put the wood. Here you can see the temperature, and then they are baking for 40 minutes. And then here's gases are going out. So this is the bakery at the front line of the war. Well, it's, to be honest, a bit smaller than I expected, but they can make like 150 loaves a day with this. And here, this is all proofer, as I understood, so they just place it outside. I think we have to do something here to help to improve situation, because this is actually the bakery. So here the breads will be baked. I think we'll try it just now.
Oh, сейчас чуть-чуть подкинешь, температура заводится.
So that's the bread which they bake
180-200 градусов несколько
in a day. Quite nice. It's quite nice. It's hot.
Возьми ножичек.
Hot bread. Very nice. So the bread at the front line. Very basic. On such a wooden trays. And, but it's nice that they're covering it, so it's mini bakery at the front line. And the beauty is here there is a fresh bread, just baked, and here there is a bread of life. So there is New Testaments immediately. So the church is giving the bread to people, and immediately they're giving Bible to people. But obviously the baking process could be improved, because now when there is no much job, then they can be occupied with preparing this bread with a lot of labor, because now the bread is taken from here, from like 300 kilometers from here, and until it is coming here it is really not fresh on one hand. And those bakeries which are producing here bread, we hear that they don't work often because of no electricity. So we brought also a generator for here, but it will not be enough for full-scale bakery, of course. And I want to try now to bake the breads which we brought, so pre-baked breads. We put them in the oven and see So the baker is smelling the bread. Here we put the bread inside. This is very special. It's Deli France bread. I don't know if it's produced in the Netherlands, in Germany or in France. And then it was traveling through half of the Europe to Ukraine. Then it was in the warehouse of Perspectiva 21.3 of our charity organization. And now it was going through many blokposts here to Kramatorsk, to the front line of the war. And now it will be baked on the oven which was brought from Romania. And here we have Nazar with a mixer. Well, this mixer is certainly older than I am. And normally in the past it would move, so obviously they need electricity, which often is not here. I heard that the big bake was closed here because there is no gas, and big bakery was working on a gas, so that's why there was a factory a few kilometers from here, and that's why there is now the smaller oven which is working on wood. So here is a chimney. Here you have the oven, and we are baking bread which we brought now from Netherlands, pre-baked bread. And look, we have a 200 degrees temperature. The system is heating. 15, 13, 15 breads, bigger breads making per minute. And here, that's the bread which is produced now. So like something like 100, 150 breads a day they can make on this oven. But the beauty is that is there electricity or not, they still have possibility to bake. Here there is flour, there is even boiler. These are the forms. Here it's quite warm. The level is completely different from this premise, but in the wartime, that's a beauty. Sometimes, as I understood, there are more than 500 people coming here to take the bread, and we brought now a lot of bread from the Netherlands, so it will be quite quick. They don't have to mix, and they don't have to bake it 40 minutes. You can just bake it 15 minutes and have it fresh, and again and again and again. So for coming weeks they will have pre-baked bread from the Netherlands, but as we'll come back, we'll think about taking a bigger mixer for them, installing here, and also maybe improving the process of production. Here we are just across the street from the church. There is such an old place, but there is a building which used to, before they were using and making, I think they were drying wood here, but we are looking if this premise could be upgraded. It could serve as a bakery. So size-wise, we can squeeze here small bakery, we can squeeze here oven, prover, dough mixer, and there are other spaces for like storage of raw materials. So in general, this could be a place for future. But of course there is still uncertainty. At this moment there is uncertainty whether war will come here or not, because front line is moving towards here. And of course now we would not make any investments, we would not suggest to make any investments here. But we will place one dough mixer, because the one they have is really super old, and it's sometimes working, sometimes not. So now in these months of the war, we can help with some supplies, with some raw materials, and with some improvement of technology, just to make it quicker, just to make it better quality. But also still praying and thinking that maybe here, also in this place, in Kramatorsk, in future bread can be baked, because what we understood that the big bakery which was here nearby, things were evacuated, people were evacuated, gas does not work, there is no gas supply here, nowhere in the neighborhood. The Russians exploded the main gas supply, and big bakeries were working on gas, and it will take quite some time before the bigger bakeries will start. again production. And logistics is quite expensive because of fuel, but also because of problems with deliveries. So when front line will move from here, or when war hopefully will be over, this would be really a place to help, to support, because we see that there are also some rehab centers. We saw guys which are actually baking now bread are from rehab centers. So this is one of the destinations which for sure we would consider for support of Bake for Ukraine in future. So please think with us, pray with us, and maybe someone will have on his heart to become a sponsor of renovation in future of this place. So this is Kramatorsk. Please find it on the map. There is here Slaviansk nearby. In Kramatorsk, before the war there were like 180,000 people. Now, of course, there is probably less than 20% of that, but people will come back when the war is over, and we can help them to start a normal life. So God bless you day to day, and tomorrow we start driving back.